Okay, Sarah, I'm more of a hands-on type of trainer, so when I'm sending you this program, I definitely want you to completely get what I'm trying to do here. So, of course, I sent you the video on the warm-up. That's very important to do every time before you train. Obviously, if you get used to the program and then one mobility movement helps you more on some days and not so much the other, you can play around with it. You're a very educated trainer and you know your limits and how far you can take it. So don't forget some planks before your training sessions. You could do 4 sets of hardstyle planks, 20 to 30 seconds. You can work up to 30 seconds. So on day one, what we're looking for, we're going to start with heavy swings. So we'll do 10 heavy swings. We'll start closer to the 24, 28. Again, you know what's heavy for you. Just making sure on those heavy swings we are getting to chest level. We don't want to go heavier until that becomes easier. So once you do those 10, you'll rest for 60 seconds, and then you'll move over to your single leg deadlifts. And we want those to be contralateral holds so we can help build your X. Remember, that's opposite arm to opposite leg that's down. We'll do the double bent over rows. We'll do a 3 to 5 second pause at the top, really squeezing at the top of each rep. We're going to do that for 8 reps. And when I mean double, I'm talking, two 12 kilos. If that's too heavy, you can drop it down just a little bit. And then you'll do your goblet squat with a 5 to 8 second pry at the bottom. We'll do that for 3 to 5 reps. We'll work up to 5. Now we're putting that pry in there to kind of work mobility into your actual program because your hips are tight, okay? And do those prior to starting your program also. Just a little bit of pry, a little wobble back and forth. Hopefully your crawls will help open up your hips too. You'll work that 3 to 5 rounds, obviously working up to 5 rounds. So the first two weeks, if you want to do 3 rounds, that's great. We're really working on technique. We're driving it home. Day 2, you're going to do 15 assisted pull-ups using a jump band. So 15. We want rep 13, 14, and 15 to be a little difficult. But we're really looking for that groove working into that pattern and really focusing on not piking. So don't pike. Keep yourself flat. Pull those toes towards your nose. Keep those heels down. Looks like we're going to do some hard style swings using at least a 24 kilogram. We want to be explosive. We want to give 5 good reps. Any crappy reps we're not going to count. We're going to use the TRX or box assisted pistols. Hang out at the bottom for a few seconds. We'll do 6 at the right, 6 on the left. We'll slowly take away that resistance over the few weeks. So slowly reduce the amount of pull you're giving on the TRX or the amount of pressure you're putting on your hand on the box. But we do want assisted. Even though that might seem easy to you, we're greasing the groove here. We're getting you comfortable in your uncomfortable positions. And then last but not least, it looks like we have 2 more. Close grip push-ups. We want to keep those elbows in tight. We want to go slow, 5 reps. We want to keep the butt tight and keep it tucked in. Last but not least, on day 2, we have heavy cleans. 3 on the right, 3 on the left with a 5 to 8 second rack hold using at least a 24 kilo. So again, we want to get you comfortable in holding that rack. Okay. The stronger we can get you a rack, the stronger our pull-ups will be because we're getting into those lats. Okay, so we're going to rest as needed on that one, but as little as you have to. Day 3, we're going to work suitcase deadlifts. So we're going to start with 2 kettlebells, 1 in each hand, with the 12 kilo. We'll work up to 4 kilo higher throughout the program, so you'll just kind of increase as you do. Now, on those suitcase deadlifts, remember you don't have to always go back down to the ground. You can go mid-shin when you're descending. But if there's any valgus collapse, we want to keep you on the lower weight until you build up the strength to where those knees don't want to concave in. And then we're going to go back to the pull-ups. But this time we're going to do dead start pull-ups, 10 reps, and you will release after every single repetition. So you'll jump up, dead hang. I'm looking up because my pull-up bar is up there. See if I can give you a little sneak. If we can get up there. So if I'm looking up when I'm talking about pull-ups, that's definitely why. So the next, okay, so the dead start pull-ups, You'll do one pull and then jump down and shake it off. One pull, get down, shake it off. One pull up, 10 of them. You'll just walk around, shake the tension off. And then we're gonna go to unilateral suitcase deadlift. So 3 on the right, 3 on the left. So 1, keeping the shoulders square. So don't allow that body to pull on the loaded side. Really fight for it. So you can use the 12 kilo for that also, or you can drop it down a little lower if you need to, 8 kilo. Just we're focusing on driving in that tension. And then you're going to go to elevated close grip push-ups, okay? But the feet, 1 to 2 feet off the ground. So you could use a box, a chair, stack up some yoga blocks. You want to make sure that you gradually bring it up. We're looking for more weight distributed to the front of your body on those close grip push-ups. Really keeping those elbows in nice and tight during that push. Remember, on all these, we want to increase the weight as you go through these weeks. We want to back off if sets feel or look crappy. On Saturdays will be your actual bar deadlifting days. We'll do a 5-3-1 ladder pattern off the bar. So the first couple weeks, or the first week, it'll just be 5 reps at 140, 3 reps at 165, and 1 rep at 185. The first 3 weeks, we're going to add 5 pounds each week. So, for instance, the next week will be 145 on 5, 170 on 3, and 190 on 1. Next week, 150, 175, 195, and then on that next week, you're going to pull it all the way down to what you did the first week, which was 140, 165, 185. And then the third week, the fourth week, fifth week at this point, we'll see if we can climb it by 10. And it's really going to be how you feel. Anytime you feel like, hey, I'm just not there yet, pull back. Pull back. Don't overdo it. So I have this printed up. I just have to kind of fine tune a little bit. So once I have that, I will shoot it to you via email. And again, we're working on form, we're working on tension, and hopefully getting you to that 300-pound deadlift, 10 strict thumbless pull-ups, and the consecutive body weight pistol. Hopefully we can get you up to 6 to 8, maybe even 10 reps on that body weight pistol. So, okay, if you have any questions, call me.